Make yourself comfortable for the next 30 minutes in whichever shape or position will work the best for you. Seated, lying down, somewhere in between. Um, yeah, you just want to be restful in this state. You don't want to be creating a lot of additional tension in the body or creating additional stress within yourself. You just want to be able to sit comfortably or lie down comfortably. Throughout practice, I'll be providing you with a series of prompts and guidances, and then allowing you to sit with and be with what kind of comes up as a way of working within the practice. Taking this time today is to be introspective and go within and take a look at what's happening in our internal world is such a critical part of our life that gets overlooked. We have so much external stimulus that we sometimes forget to check in on ourselves. And so that's a big component of what you're doing here today. You're checking in with yourself. You're noticing what's it like in there, how things are going inside the mind and inside of the body. And we're doing that from a place of compassion, patience, and understanding. Kind of the things that we would like to get in our daily lives, well, we're going to bring them to ourselves for the time that we are together here. So once you've got your seat adjusted and you feel like you're settled in there, notice where your hands are and put those in a comfortable place where they're not kind of moving all around. You want them to be grounded, you want them to be settled. In your lap or by your side is a reasonable recommendation. Anywhere else that's comfortable for you works too. With that, take a breath in, make sure that you can. You want to be able to breathe fully and openly, whatever shape or position you're in. That's going to be an important part of the practice. And then, if it feels safe to where you are right now, the invitation is to close the eyes. If at any point in time it doesn't feel comfortable to keep the eyes closed, or you just don't want to close them at all, you can keep the eyes open. Just fix them on a point slightly out in front of you that isn't moving and isn't distracting you. And that gets us to the seat of meditation. All of those little cues, as simple as they were, they set the foundation for what's to come, for the practice to unfold. Taking an opportunity with the eyes closed and the attention focused on your internal world to notice what's here right now in this moment. What's the quality of energy that's present, or how the tone of your breath is moving, or what's the quality of your mind right now. This is where we get to be a little curious. There's not a wrong or right answer to that. It just is what's present right now. Noticing what happens as your attention kind of moves through the moment. The attention is a powerful tool that we have and that we will use throughout practice. It acts as our pointer. It helps to guide us and move us through the various components of whatever's rising in the moment. For example, notice your breath coming in and coming out of the body simply by letting your attention rest on the breath. Listen to what it has to offer you. feeling and noticing the pace of the breath, where the breath starts, how it moves through the physical body, how you exhale and you release back to the environment, to the space around you. This exchange that takes place so unconsciously is now under the spotlight of your attention. Notice if you're straining or applying pressure to keep your attention here, and then soften that a little bit. You can focus on the feeling of the breath or just the breath moving in and out at the nostrils. Either one is fine, but give your attention a place to settle. Especially when we're new to the practice or we haven't practiced in a while, our attention can it can kind of feel a little scattered as we try to hold it in one place, like here on the breath. You might be distracted or pulled into other things happening in your consciousness, like the way your body feels, or some cascade of thoughts that might be moving in and out of the moment. And those are just things that we're not paying attention to in this moment. We're not trying to make them go away. They're here. And if they distract us, we simply return back to the breath, feeling it, observing it, allowing ourselves to notice the rhythm of it, the speed in which the breath comes in or which the breath goes out. In the design of meditation, the opportunity to start over is inherently built in. That is what you're doing when you're distracted. You're simply starting over and returning back to the place you want your attention to stay. In the same capacity that we physically train the body, you train the mind to let your attention rest in one thing through this constant repetition of distraction, concentration. In addition to holding our attention on the breath, start to see if you can even out the breaths so that they're equal in both parts, so that you breathe in for the same amount as you breathe out. Really looking to obtain an optimal rhythm that feels calming to your body and to your experience. That can vary for some, however. The number ranges about 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out. I'll take a couple rounds of kind of counting through that at that pace and see how that feels for you. If another number works better, by all means, work within that range. Taking a normal breath in to prepare and letting that breath go. And then breathing in for three, for two, for one. Breathe out for three, for two, for one. Breathe in three, two, one. Breathe out three, two, one. Breathe in slow and steady. Three, two, one. And evenly out for three, two, one. Breathe in three, two, one. Breathe out three, two, one. Stay with that kind of rhythm or with your own. Whenever we can bring balance to the breath, we bring coherence to the body and often to the mind. So let your attention now start to notice the qualities of your thinking or how your mind is right now in this moment. Still keeping in a steady and balanced rhythm of breathing, we're simply noticing the quality of our thoughts. Are they supportive? Are they not helpful? Are they noisy? Is there a bit of anxiousness built in, or joy or happiness? The other quality of a thought is, where is it in time? Often, when our mind is wandering or our thoughts are moving about, they occupy either the past or the future. Sometimes they're here in the present, but often they might be in one of those other places. So notice where in time the thoughts that are happening in this moment are occurring. In this way, when our mind is kind of time traveling, it's doing what it's meant to do. It's working through things, it's trying to help us. But we also have to remember that if our mind is kind of in the future or still hanging out in the past, it's not here in the moment. It's not here with your breath, and you're not fully here with your body and everything that is actually happening in front of you. And if you find that your mind is taking you to either one of these places for any reason, know that that's okay. It's just the mind trying to help in the way that it knows how. And this is where the compassion comes in, the understanding of that, but of also recognizing that just because it's a thought doesn't make it entirely true in this moment. And if it's something in the future, then that can be addressed at that time. And you can come back here to the breath, into the moment. If it's something from the past, replaying it doesn't change it. And you can come back here to the moment and take action from that place. Letting our attention widen even further, moving out from the breath now to include what you're feeling in your body as you pay attention to the mind and notice what's coming up. It's not just affecting your breath, you might be feeling it as a sensation in the body in the form of tension or lightness or change in temperature or pressure in certain places. Oftentimes, the moment that's in front of us, the one that you are closely paying attention to right now, the one in which your breath is coming and going, and you're hearing the sounds of my voice and the ambient sounds of the environment around you, the moment in which you feel the sensations moving through your body. This moment is okay. Doesn't mean that everything outside of this moment is okay, but the moment unfolding in front of you right now. The simple gift of breathing, that you don't have to fight for your next breath, that you simply receive that breath. Your ability to hear the instructions of this meditation and of the world around you, that you're able to receive it. And that while not perfect, your body enables you to be here and participate in this moment collectively together. Those things in combination give us a space to appreciate that they're happening for us. Throughout practice, you've had the opportunity to recognize that there is a steady flow of changing elements to what ultimately becomes your experience. But there's also a subtle element to all of that. There's a bit of space here, the space that allows for you to experience all that's come up in practice today. And that no matter what, there was space for the sounds, there's space for the thoughts, there's space for the breath and for the feelings in your body or your emotional tones. And there is this continuity that holds it all together. For a moment, if you can step back and just notice the space, almost like you're noticing the space between a musical note that rests here in your practice. You'll find it in the breath at the top and the bottom of the inhale and exhale. You might notice it in the places where you don't feel a lot of sensation in your body, or the moment where you have a break in thinking, or in the silence. space in our practice and learning to become familiar with it is also an opportunity to remind us that when things get challenging and they feel overwhelming in our world, it reminds us that we have the capacity. We just might be too close to the subject. And so, coming into our practice is a place where we can be reminded of what's available within us, what's here if we allow ourselves to pay attention to it. As we begin to transition out of practice and close out today's session, take an opportunity to note anything in particular that might have come up, any observation that might have stood out, so that as you exit practice, you can explore it further should you choose to do so. Taking your time to maybe start a little bit of movement in the hands or the toes, and then gently start to blink the eyes open, start to take in the world. Notice what the energy of that feels like in comparison to the practice you just completed.